Well, it's finally time. I finally added quests to the game and I can test them out in gameplay. This actually ended up being a big pain in the ass. There was a lot of work involved, lots of moving parts. There's work on the back end and on the front end. It's one of those features that has a high upfront time investment, where you have to put in a lot of time just to get it working. So what exactly did we have to do? Let's dive into it. Let's look into the life cycle of a quest. So for now, a quest always originates at a NPC. So we have to have some way to designate NPCs as quest givers and then associate their quest giver ID with the quests they can give. Now, when a player encounters this NPC, they can click on them, read up on the quest, and then accept the quest. When they accept the quest, this sends a request to the server saying that, hey, I want to take on this quest. The server now has to do validation. It has to check if the player meets all the requirements for the quest. So this is where we check all the edge cases, like, is the player in the minimum level requirement for the quest? Have they completed any prerequisite quests that they need to do? Has the player already done the quest? If they've already done the quest and it's not a repeatable quest, well, they can't take it on. And we also have to check that the player making the request is in range of the quest origin, so they can't be accepting quests from people across the map. If the player meets all the requirements, the server sends a response back saying, okay, you've met the requirements, you can take on the quest, update your quest log. From this point on, the server knows that it has to start tracking the progress of this player's quest state and send the player periodic updates as the quest steps get updated. So if it's a kill quest and they're killing things, well, the server has to send updates confirming that, yeah, you're like 2 kills out of 3 or 3 kills out of 3. The client keeps track of all these updates through their UI in the game. So that's what you see in the HUD. And the client is also doing its own client-side check of quest requirements. So this is what updates the NPC on the client side to now give this complete dialogue and give the option to submit the quest for completion. Now, when the server receives this completion request, it's basically a similar flow to what we just discussed with accepting a quest. The server has to validate all the requirements and that everything was met. And then the server will update the player's quest history with this new complete state for a quest ID, and the server will also calculate any rewards, and then it'll apply those rewards to the player, and then it sends the response back. Again, all of this is done because as the server, we never trust the client. We don't trust them at all. As soon as you start trusting the client a little bit, it opens the door to exploits. There's a lot of UI work that needs to be done when implementing quests. If you think about it, a quest has different views in a player's UI. There's that view of a quest when it's given to a player from a quest giver, and then there's a view of how a quest looks when it's in your quest log, and then there's a view of a quest how it looks like when it's being tracked. So we have all these different types of views showing different types of information, and we also need to update these views as the life cycle of the quest changes and we get quest updates. It is a lot of work, and yeah, adding quests is a lot of work because of this. Again, it's because there's a state associated with quests, and whenever you introduce state into your program, state will always add more complexity. It's just how things are. Now, I want to say that it's smooth sailing from here. Most of the hard work has been done, which is kind of true, but there's more stuff that will come up and more bug testing. And I'm not going to lie, I am having some fun with this. I'm playing my game more and testing out the game loop. And also going forward, I'm basically hitting 2 birds with 1 stone because I'm testing quests and all the UI and UX around those and making them fun and rewarding. And at the same time, I'm also testing combat again and kind of marking the next changes the combat system will have. And you'll see those soon. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, and if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are getting lots more subscribers recently, which is awesome. And also wishlist the game on Steam. It's currently on Steam, so go and wishlist it. Our wishlists are also going up a lot, so that's awesome too. So thanks everyone for the support, and more videos coming soon.